Hello, it's David again. My Ardmore collection is continuing to grow. More about that later. What I've got here is some small items, because a lot of items produced by Ardmore can be large and some of them quite monumental in size, several feet high. But the vast majority of items are small, affordable pieces, and even the smallest bits are a pleasure to have around the house. So what I've got here to show you today is a couple of pin dishes. This particular one only measures about 5.5 inches long, 3.5 wide, and about 1.5 inches high. And it's what I would say is like a caterpillar dish. If you look inside here, you can see there's a caterpillar crawling between two sides along there, two sides of the flower and leaves. Okay, this one is dated for 2008 and made by Octavia Mazibuko, and she was somebody who joined early on in 1993, and since about 2009, I think she's. I noted in the book she's one of only two women who are involved in claymaking in the claymaking studio. Exactly what they do there and what the claymaking studio does, I don't know. But obviously she's one of two who are entrusted with that. It is painted by Philile Nsele, Nsele. Again, she was somebody who joined early on and has spent some time actually as in training other people who've come on board to join Ardmore. But if we just have a look at this piece, if I just spin him around, you can see that it's decorated on the back with the leaves and the flowers, the same as on the front, and the maker's name, who they are. There we are. You can see that the people responsible for this lovely little thing. I mean, it's a small item. It's beautifully made, functional. I mean, let's face it, pin dishes have been around and on our tables for an awful long time. And that's one of them. I'll just put him away, and I'll just ask Flat Eric to pass me the other one that I have here. Here we are. Make sure it doesn't fall off. I mean, as pin dishes go, this one's a bit of a work of art. It is dated for 2011, and on the back it has two makers. One is being Lovemore Sithole. Now, Lovemore Sithole is a man who joined. He came from Zimbabwe, and has become now has a management role in production within the studio. I think from around 2010 or something like that. I don't have the exact dates, but he's become a production manager, Lovemore Sithole, and his main function was he came as a thrower. Somebody would be able to throw the bowls, throw the plates, that the sculptors would then be able to add the sculpted part onto. And Qiniso, spelled with a Qiniso, and Mungwe, who joined in 2010, is actually the artist who did the sculpting work on this. And for a small piece, the work on it is quite delicate and intricate and very nice. I'll show you a bit closer the actual hoopoe bird down here and the flower here that stand proud in relief. The painting again is superb, and this is by Goodness Mpinga, and she's been again one of those girls or ladies who joined way back in 1992, and her work is highly collectible, and you can see from the detail within the drawing how wonderful it is. This is 5 meters in diameter and stands about 2 inches high at the head of the hoopoe, which I'll show you in a second or two. But if we have a look there, you can see the hoopoe standing proud here on the edge, and as I spin him around, there's the maker's details on the back there. Let me just take this off, get this the right way around so you can see that. There we are. That's people responsible for making it. And I shall now continue to spin this round, because here you can see in relief a flower, and or part of a flower, a leaf, etc. And the colours on this are actually quite a lot of darkness in the black that's been used, but it actually does highlight the whole thing. So just put him down like that. There we are. You can see what he looks like. That's your pin dish for you. A beautiful little hoopoe bird. Again, pictures will be put into Slack and Facebook, whatever it is that I'm doing it on. And if you look at those, you'll be able to have a closer look at the still photographs. And Flat Eric's still looking for people who might be interested in a signed photograph. So far, absolutely no interest whatsoever. I've told him he ought to give up, but there's no talking to the lad. He's just determined. He thinks now it's about time he got recognised for his excellence in production work. The guy's misguided, but I wonder who he gets that from. All right, thank you very much. Next time, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So probably I have a couple of bowls, the used like cheese bowls, covered bowls where people keep cheese and things, or something equally silly. All right, thank you very much. Bye bye.